What is up, Benchwarmers, to another NFL, NFC South division prediction, record prediction, whichever you want to call it. I'll call it both because it's my show. I don't care. We are going over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, much improved, probably. They got the master of dinking and dumping, Tom Brady. I am not his biggest fan. I get a lot of hate online when I am in discussions because I think he's a system QB. Now, that's not a bad thing. It's not. But the past few years, he hasn't really been much of a deep thrower, and he just, dinks and dunks. Throws it 5 yards to Edelman. Edelman runs it for 40 yards. Tom Brady gets all the credit. That's always been my problem, is Tom Brady always got all the credit. When it's a team game, that was my issue. But Tampa Bay, second place here. They could be worse because I just don't know if they're really going to have that chemistry anymore, because they haven't had any kind of practice yet. They're going to not going to have practice until at earliest July 28th. And it's July 15th right now. Same day I'm recording as the Saints video, actually. But they just, I don't know. Tom Brady in a brand new system that he might be studying the playbook every day, but if you can't actually practice it, how much does it help you to read it? And he doesn't have that kind of chemistry with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Now, back to my thinking and dunking thing. He's not much of a downfield passer when those are two deep threats. That's why Jameis Winston worked with the Buccaneers to an extent, other than the interceptions. Because, he could throw it deep downfield, and these guys are those guys. They don't really have that slot guy. They might have got him in the draft, but I don't think he'll be effective. I think they got a late round receiver, I think, but I don't think he'll be effective for at least a year or two. Maybe he will, but he also would need time. I don't remember his name, though. But, the obvious thing they did in this offseason is got Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski, and that was hilarious that Gronk came out of retirement just to get traded to the Buccaneers to be with Tom Brady, and I feel so bad for Julian Edelman because I know he wants to be with Tom, and honestly, if Julian Edelman was here, I think, Tampa Bay, they're winning the Super Bowl. Easy. They got the gang back together. I'm still not 100% on, their run game, but their defense is going to be really good because Tom Brady isn't going to throw 30 interceptions. So I think that's why their defense is actually going to be the surprising reason why they are second place in this division. But their offense, they're not going to be hitting it on all cylinders, at least until halfway through the season, likely. So let's get into the first 4 games. So I said you're not going to, be hitting on all cylinders. You're not. You're 1-3, but you're not hitting it on all cylinders. You're losing to the Saints because they're the better roster. They have the chemistry. You're beating the Panthers because they're in a similar situation. They got a lot of new pieces, and they got a brand new head coach even. So the whole team, not just the quarterback and a couple receivers don't have chemistry, but the whole team doesn't know the system. And then you're going to beat the Broncos because, this one could go either way to me. For one, it's in Bronco territory. Yeah, that one's probably going to be. The first week is probably going to be a game of the week. I hope that's for national television. This one, probably not. But you're going to beat the Broncos. It's going to be pretty close. I think the Broncos could definitely take it, but Tom Brady's experience over Drew Lock's experience, I think, is what gives them this. But the fact that the Broncos have the chemistry, that's a big thing to me, is chemistry. But I'm going to give the Buccaneers a win anyway. And then you're going to beat the Chargers. Kind of same thing, as they got new pieces like Tyrod Taylor. It's like if teams don't get to practice much together, they're not going to be as good, especially if they don't really know each other. Like they've just got new pieces. But I think the Chargers could actually take this one and surprise a lot of people. So that's the first 4 weeks. Starting off 1-3, so that's pretty good. But I think you stumbled a little bit into 1-3. I'm a Packer fan. I would know about stumbling into good records. No, they definitely earned it. Next 4. So kind of a shocker here. Not necessarily this one. You're going 2-2. You're beating the Bears. Bears could beat you. They have the better defense, but your defense is good enough to hold their offense. So I think this might be a low-scoring game, and you're going to end up winning because you have Tom Brady and not Mitch Trubisky. But maybe they have Nick Foles playing his kryptonite, except for that one time in 2018. I think Nick Foles was playing that game. No, it was the Eagles. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. I don't care. That was 2018. That was decades ago. Feels like it. This year's going on forever. Please tell me we have football. Anyway, week 6, you're going to lose to the greatest team of all time. Not even biased. No cap. The Green Bay Packers. Okay, they have their flaws. But still, you're going to lose to the Packers. This team, year 2, Matt LaFleur's offense, Aaron Rodgers, he does have new weapons, depending on who they keep. But Jay Sternberger, Equinemius St. Brown, 2 guys who they didn't really have Jace until like the last 2 weeks, which is basically the 2 playoff games, and I thought he did pretty dang well for the snaps that he had. I'm expecting him to be a breakout player. I'm expecting EQ to break out because he wasn't there. He was hurt all season. Well, he was on IR all season because he got hurt in the preseason. That doesn't happen. I think he replaces Randall Cobb as that very reliable slot receiver. I thought he was really good in 2018. For whenever he got snaps. So I'm going to say the Packers beat you because they got that chemistry and they got that ground and pound run game with Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams, and A.J. Dillon, maybe Dexter Williams, and they got a defense that can rival yours, if not better. I don't know because I am still not 100% on how good the Buccaneers defense will be, but I'm going to say Packers win. Then you're going to you're going to lose to the Raiders. This is the shocker. They are going to upset you here. They're going to kind of surprise everybody. They're coming off of a bye week. Let's see. Well, week 5 is Thursday night. That's going to be cool. That one, I mean, I'll get to watch it, so that'll be fun. Why is that prime time? And this, why is week 6 not prime time, but week 7 is prime time? Who gives a crap about Raiders versus Buccaneers? But you're going to lose to the Raiders. Kind of a shocker. This one could go either way. Probably the Buccaneers way, honestly, but I'm giving it to the Raiders just because there's always that one. And then you're going to beat the Giants. Giants could win Monday night at home. You never know. But the Buccaneers, they're just a better team. Now, the Giants' offense is going to be pretty good, I think, depending on the coach. But I think they hired the wrong coach. So that's my biggest reasoning for them not winning this game. And then the Saints. I'm getting ahead of myself. Next four. Okay. So, you're going to beat the Saints because, it's hard to sweep division rivals or get swept by division rivals. So, you're going to get at least one. You're getting your team chemistry down. So, going to beat the Saints here. You're going to lose to the Panthers because, again, hard to sweep a team, and they could be getting their team chemistry down as well. Their defense isn't as good as yours, but I think their offense could be better depending on the quarterback play. If Tom Brady takes farther steps back, which he wasn't as good last year, he played a lot of bad teams, which padded his stats, but he got exposed versus good teams last year, in my opinion. And with his last pass as a Patriot being a pick six is kind of funny to me, but it is actually really sad. And yeah, it's just sad. But you're going to lose to the Panthers here. You could sweep them, but they're at home. Don't know what the fan situation is going to be, but I'm just going to give them home advantage here. So I'm going to say they're winning. And then you're going to beat the Rams. This one could also go either way, but I think the Rams are kind of a dumpster fire. So you're going to beat them. And then you're going to lose to the Chiefs because the Chiefs, they're pulling off magic. They are pulling off magic. They just signed Chris Jones today, and it's like they kept all the pieces that they kept just about all their pieces and added more. They just got better. They did what I wish the Packers did. But anyway, Chiefs probably going to be the best team in the NFL. They could have that Super Bowl hangover, but I'm not counting on it. So you're going to beat They're going to beat the Buccaneers. You're going to lose to the Saints. Then you got a week 13 bye week, much needed, 75. You're fighting for your playoff lives, and the final stretch, the final 4 games, and you tear it up mostly. You beat the Vikings. Thank you. Please actually do that. Please beat the Vikings just for me. You beat the Falcons once. You beat the Lions, and then you lose to the Falcons. Why do you lose to the Falcons? Just because, honestly. But you could just run the table right there and then be 11-5, which definitely possible. But you're going to beat the Vikings. Vikings are not going to be that good of a team this year. Maybe maybe their rookies are finding their stride, and they actually do end up taking this game, which could happen. But I'm not counting on rookies too much this year, other than certain positions. But you're going to beat the Falcons. Falcons and the Buccaneers are going to be actually pretty evenly matched. Offensively, like, you got Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. They got Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley. You got Gronk. They got, I can't remember his name, that tight end that they got from the Ravens. And your defense should be the same, but who knows what the Falcons' defense is going to be. But they have Todd Gurley where I don't even know who your running back is. Now, I could just be stupid and not even thinking of something that actually happened in the offseason that I completely missed, but I just don't know who your running back is. Now, I don't think Todd Gurley's as good as he was, but you never know. And then you're going to lose to the Lions, or no, you're going to beat the Lions. You're just a better team. I think the Lions might drop one here to you. And then you're going to lose to the Falcons because division rival. And that's pretty much all there is to it. You're splitting with every division rival. Now, your floor, Matt LaFleur, no. Your floor is actually pretty terrible. Your floor is 4-12. I would laugh really hard. I'm sorry, Buccaneers fans, but that would be hilarious to me. But it's not going to happen. So your ceiling, on the other hand, your ceiling is 13-3. But I also don't think that's going to happen because of Tom Brady's aging. Gronk's not what he used to be, I'm going to believe. So I'm just going to say that 10-6 is more than fair. That's 11-5. I'm missing one. Is it that one? Yes, it is. So 10-6 is more than fair for a team with a brand new quarterback. An old brand new quarterback. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you in the